Takeover caught on camera, and now 30 riders are facing the cost of their risky stunt.
Has the recent rain caused more potholes, and is the city going to repair them? We have the answers coming up.
The man accused of killing a woman in a fatal hit-and-run crash this weekend entered a plea in court today. Hear from the victim's children coming up.
San Diego ranks #1 in a new report, but that's not a good thing. Why they say inflation here is so bad.
If you're gonna eat a pizza, you might as well eat the best one. They're celebrating 60 years.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with new video of a so-called freeway takeover this past weekend here in San Diego and the California Highway Patrol's crackdown. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. 30 motorcyclists received misdemeanor citations and their bikes were impounded. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the riders can get their motorcycles back, but they likely will have to pay thousands of dollars.
It all started on Interstate 805 at Imperial Avenue Saturday at 8 a.m. when a group of about 30 motorcycle riders engaged in what the CHP calls a freeway takeover.
When they take it over, they're in essence taking up all lanes, preventing cars from passing, so they're really impeding traffic, and they're basically just blocking off a section of that highway to do different stunts or race.
The riders headed north, driving recklessly for about 24 miles, according to the CHP.
Any sort of reckless driving, it puts everybody, not just the riders themselves, but everybody in potentially, a very unsafe environment.
Other drivers on the freeway started calling 911 as they noticed the motorcycles doing wheelies and speeding past them.
So all it takes is one of those motorcycles to lose it, go down, and then you have a major incident that could take place.
CHP officers eventually caught them, directing them off the freeway at Via de la Valle in Solana Beach, towing the motorcycles away and impounding them. Riders were given citations for reckless driving and engaging in speed contests. Even spectators just going along for the ride were issued citations.
You are looking at the potential of jail time, it being a misdemeanor. The court will determine if that particular person, whether incarceration is the route or they're going to have to be on probation.
The CHP says the motorcycles will be impounded for 30 days under a special street racing vehicle code, which requires approval from a judge. I called the towing company. They told me towing fees and storage for 30 days will cost a minimum, and I stress a minimum, of $3,125 to get the bike back. That's in addition to court fines. Now, the CHP says a handful of those riders did get away. So if you have video of that freeway takeover from Saturday, March 8th, the Oceanside CHP office would like to take a look at it. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Scattered showers lingered across the county today, but an even stronger round of rain is expected to start overnight.
Get ready. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us early for more on what we can expect. Carlene.
Unfortunately, you could be dealing with some delays tomorrow, especially not just talking about slick roads, but also the potential for flooding out there on the roadways. And that's because we are expecting the heavier stuff to start to roll in late tonight and stick around through tomorrow morning for your morning drive. But we're getting a nice little break today. We did have some lighter showers earlier today, and we're just seeing some clouds pass through out there. Now, when we look at the next 48 hours, you can see how it ramps up for Thursday, especially during that morning commute. Then it starts to taper off a little bit more as we go throughout the day on Thursday, but then it's going to pick up again on Friday. So let's go ahead and quickly set the clock in motion. Now you're seeing a few isolated showers out there near Temecula, also near Ramona, North County as well, and that's around 1:15 in the morning. But then that heavier activity starts to move in, and this is going to be moderate to heavy rainfall, similar to what we had last week, that's going to be moving in. So that's why we're looking at the potential for flood concerns, also talking about the potential for thunderstorms and much higher rain totals than what we've already dealt with the round of rain that we had yesterday. So we'll go ahead and set the clock in motion a little bit more, and we'll take a look at those rain totals coming up. Carlo.
Thank you, Carlene. And remember, for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, You can download our free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store.
People living in University City are concerned about this. It is a large sinkhole in their neighborhood, and they're worried it will get even bigger during tomorrow's storm. The sinkhole is on Syracuse Avenue between two homes. It's right there in a canyon. Neighbors say it first appeared about a year ago, starting as two separate holes that have since combined into one large sinkhole. They tell us a rusted metal stormwater pipe is what caused the ground to open up, and they say it has been growing ever since.
We own the house. We've been here for 12 years, and we have 2 young kids. And the last thing I really want to worry about is the hole next to my house opening up and creating more problems.
We reached out to the city of San Diego. A spokesperson confirmed to us that this sinkhole did first form last March. They noted that emergency repair work was approved a month later, but said the work wasn't scheduled to start until this week. And now that work has been delayed due to the rain that we're seeing this week. The city told us crews will be monitoring the damage throughout the storm and will start repairs once the rain moves out. Following the recent storms, drivers across San Diego are reporting hundreds of potholes through the city's Get It Done app.
Yeah, and expect more with more rain. CBS 8's Alex Lai took a drive to find the city's biggest problem areas and has more on why they're showing up and how much damage they can cause.
The rain is turning daily commutes into an obstacle course. Drivers are dodging and swerving these potholes and puddles as more continue to pop up. Kearny Mesa Road is flooded with potholes, and the potholes are flooded from the rain. So are there more potholes when it rains? The short answer is yes. Water seeps into cracks and weakens the asphalt. When a heavy vehicle runs over it, a pothole is born, something that Hunter Belden knows all too well.
So I was on my bike and I hit my front wheel on a pothole, completely bent, my front wheel cracked the frame, and I have it all replaced now, but I mean, it was definitely a hit, and it's just because the road's out here, man.
And he paid the price. How much did the damage cause you?
It was about $1,500.
Hunter isn't alone. More than 680 potholes across the city were reported on the city's Get It Done app in the last week alone, and more than 78 were added just today. Another trouble spot on the app is Nobel Drive near La Jolla Village. One report says a new pothole from last night's rain is, quote, fresh like a baked blueberry muffin. And those muffins are causing serious damage.
All it takes is one pothole, and next thing you know, you're in the side of a road.
Cam Panahi, manager at Collision Fix Auto Shop, says pothole repairs can cost you thousands.
Suspension components, front bumpers, rear bumpers, paint, body, whatever the case may be. And we've even had a customer come in because of their windshield cracking because of a pothole.
Since the recent rain, he's seen a 20 to 25% increase in pothole-related repairs coming in.
Please make sure keep your phones down while driving, especially over the next week while it's raining. It's super easy to hit a pothole without seeing it. They come a lot quicker than you think.
Get It Done says potholes are usually filled in around 10 days, but with the rain, that number can climb past 20. The city tells CBS 8 that budget cuts from the deficit won't affect pothole repairs. But for now, drivers are facing a bumpy ride. Alex Lai, CBS 8.
Thanks so much, Alex. The owner of a so-called hoarder house in Ocean View Hills, which neighbors have complained to us about for years, was arrested at her home on Mariner Drive today.
Lisa Golden was seen being taken into custody by San Diego police this morning. Jail logs show she was booked at Las Colinas for defying a court order to stay away from the home. In fact, neighbors tell us she's repeatedly in and out of the house. Golden's bail is set at $10,000. She's due in court next month. Golden has previously received multiple court warnings to clean up the property. She never cleaned it up adequately, so a judge approved a receiver's request to sell the home. It's currently listed for $600,000 cash only, and it needs work. A brief open house for the property is scheduled for tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
The man accused of hitting and killing a woman and then taking off from the scene over the weekend pleaded not guilty in court today.
CBS 8's Alex Cheney was at today's hearing and also talked to the victim's children. Alex?
You know, it was an emotional day in the courtroom as we now know the name of the victim in this case. 54-year-old Tina Smith is the one who lost her life this last Saturday by the alleged hit and run incident that ended up being a fatal incident. We saw the defendant also for the first time. It was 27-year-old Jamal Lee. He appeared in the courtroom today. He is accused of vehicular manslaughter and a DUI causing death. He entered a plea of not guilty this afternoon. The judge ordered no bail. The fatal hit and run occurred in National City just past 2 a.m. on Saturday, March 8th. When they arrived, officers found a woman unresponsive in the center divider of the road. She was pronounced dead at the scene. A witness who saw the crash chased down the driver, who fled the scene and followed him to an apartment complex in National City where he lived. Police found the suspect's vehicle. The car showed clear signs of having been involved in a pedestrian collision. Officers arrested Lee at his home, where he was determined to be the driver of the vehicle. In court today, the judge said Lee's blood alcohol content was 0.186, more than double the legal limit. 4 of Tina Smith's 5 children spoke after court today, saying in part that they miss their mother and want to give her justice.
Wish we can have her back, and we know that we can't. And so right now we're just worried about laying her down to rest, because we want her to have peace. And we know that she went quick, but we just want her to have peace and to be free. That's it.
It's not right. Can't get right. Shaky. It's sad. It's an emotional roller coaster. I don't wish this upon nobody. It's very scary. It's lonely. And we just don't know what to do at this point. We're just going with everything as best we can.
Lee's next court appearance is set for April 17th. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
Thank you, Alex. Chula Vista police need your help tonight tracking down the person or the people responsible for all of this. More than a dozen car break-ins in one neighborhood. Police say the thief or thieves smashed the windows or otherwise damaged 14 cars parked right along East Palomar near Davies Drive. This happened early yesterday morning, taking valuables from those vehicles. Anyone with information about what happened, or perhaps you have surveillance video of the area, is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
A proposal aimed at helping renters across the county moves forward.
We'll have those details still ahead. Plus, as inflation eases nationwide, a new report finds it's a different story here in San Diego.
And why a pair of astronauts stranded on the ISS will have to wait another day at least for their ride home. We'll tell you why. SpaceX had a launch scrubbed today after this.